Hi, good evening. Can you hear me okay? Is this Veerbhadra? Hello. Hello, good evening, everyone. Very good evening. Hope you all doing good. Welcome to the first day of the class. We will get started soon. Welcome to the first day of the class. Okay, everyone, can you hear me? Okay, I can see your chat. Okay, so you can confirm if you can hear me. Perfect. Good evening, everyone. Okay, let's get started without any further delay. So, um, any question on the installation thing? Okay, any question on installation? I hope everybody got the recording of last session, and I had mentioned the links to download install, right? So you can use PyCharm or you can use Google Colab, correct? And for today's session, okay, as much as possible, I'm going to use, okay. If you haven't got, we'll make sure that you get the study materials as well. Okay, we will arrange for that. And for this session, I'm following my book. Okay, I have this book on Python. Okay, this is what I'm going to follow for our session. Okay, this is the book. That's the reference book for the session. And okay, let's get started. If let I have to share my screen again. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I've stopped sharing and I'll start sharing again. Okay, so I'm sharing Google Colab. Sorry, I'm still sharing the browser. I'm going to open Google Colab now. Okay, so collab.research.google.com. This is the website. Okay, collab.google dot collab.research.google.com, right? That's the website. Okay, we are going to follow. Okay, and as I said earlier, okay, here you have to say new notebook. Okay, you have to click on new notebook, right? So you can click on new notebook. I'm going to name this new notebook as let it come up. Okay, so I'm going to rename this as, here you see Untitled 0. I'm going to rename this as blog and 15th August. Okay, so prog 15th August. This is the file name I have done it. Okay, so first of all, happy Independence Day, everyone. Okay, wish you all a very happy Independence Day. That's a great decision that you have taken to learn Python on Independence Day. Okay, so yes, let's learn and let's develop new applications. Let's bring in innovation. Okay, make our country proud. Okay, so I'm going to type our first command. Okay, I'm going to type print. You see my screen? Print. Print, bracket open and bracket close. Okay, thank you. So print, bracket open and bracket close. Print. Now, first thing in Python, everything is small letters. Okay, most of the stuff that we do are small letter. Okay, until and unless I tell you, it is all small letters. Okay, so print in small letter. Okay, print in small letter followed by bracket open and bracket close. Okay, now what is print? Print is a function. Okay, and whatever we type inside print is going to display back on the screen for us. Okay, so first command that we're going to learn is called print. Okay, and print is a function. Okay, what is meaning of function? Function means, okay, uh, it has predefined meaning. Okay, screen is not clear. Okay, guys, you can post your questions in the chat, and I'll be able to see the chat. Screen is not clear. Let me try to make let me see editor. I'll make bigger font. Okay, so I'm going to make it 18 and show line. Okay, now I hope everybody can see my screen. Zoom meeting, we have limitation. We can't have more than 100 people. Okay, that's why in the first session, we could not get more than 100 people to log in, and that created problem for us, right? That's why we decided to do it through YouTube. Okay, so I guess this should be better. Okay, let's try with this. If you still feel any problem, or let me even increase the uh, size. Okay, we'll make even bigger size. 36. Okay, so I made it bigger. Hopefully you should be able to see now. Okay, great, awesome. Thank you for the confirmation, guys. Okay, let's get back. So the first function, okay, we are going to learn is called print. Okay, thank you for confirmation. Okay, so first, okay, we're going to learn about function. Okay, what does function mean? Function means there is a predefined meaning. There is a predefined meaning. Okay, so when you type print and inside print you type any values, okay, it is printed back onto the screen. Okay, it is printed back onto the screen. So here I have written print, and I told you most of the command in Python is small letters. Okay, most of the command, okay, in Python are small letters. Okay, so we said small letter print, followed by bracket open and bracket close. This is how we write a function. Okay, function name, bracket open and close. Okay, function name, bracket open and close. This is how we create function. Okay, now whatever we type inside print will be printed back onto the screen. So here I'm saying 3 plus 4 plus 5. 3 plus 4 plus 5, and when I run it, what happens? Okay, so one that you see is line number. Okay, this is not what I have typed. Collab is giving me the line number. Okay, so ignore one is the line number which Collab is giving me. Now when I type print bracket open bracket close, and inside the bracket I type 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay, it means I'm asking Python to print 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay, and it has printed 12 on our screen. It has printed 12 on our screen. So Python has evaluated, right? So when I say 3 plus 4 plus 5, 3 plus 4, okay, 7 plus 5, 12, okay. So uh, we have got the, okay. So message is that by default, YouTube will have 240 as a recommendation font or clarity resolution. You can increase your resolution. Okay, so if you want, if you are not getting a better one, you can increase the resolution size of your video. Okay, so how do we increase the resolution size of a video? uh, can you please suggest also, sir, how to increase the resolution size of the video? You go to the settings. Okay, if you click on the video, you'll get settings. Okay, and first option is quality 144. You can, okay, click on the advanced, and you can select 480 or 760, whichever you feel is comfortable for you. Okay, default, YouTube will have lower resolution. Okay, that's why you are not getting better view. You can click on the top settings. In the settings, you can go to advanced, and you can select a higher resolution. Then you will be able to see it better. Okay, I hope everybody is able to see it better now. Okay, So yes, you are not getting better view. Okay, so you should be able to see better view now. Perfect. Okay, great. Okay, thank you. Okay, everyone. Okay, so I was saying that print, okay, and whatever we put inside print, it evaluates and print it on the screen. Now I'm giving second option. Okay, so I'm giving print again, and this time I'm giving quotation. Okay, you can use single quotation or double quotation. Okay, in quotation I'm saying 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay, so first line number 1 we did print 3 plus 4 plus 5. It evaluated, gave us 12. Now I'm putting 3 plus 4 plus 5 in quotation, and now when I run it, you see, you get exactly what you put in the quotation. Here, you see. So when we put in the quotation, it did not evaluate. It did not evaluate. Okay. What does that mean? It means if you want to print exact content on the screen, you should put it in the quotation. If you want to put exact value onto the screen, you have to put it in quotation. If you want to, if you want Python to evaluate the values for you, then you will say 3 plus 4 plus 5 without quotation. Okay. So when you don't give quotation with print, we are asking Python to think and evaluate. We are asking Python to think and evaluate. When we give in quotation, we are asking Python, do not think. Okay, just do as I say. Okay, do not think, just do as I say. Okay, so I am saying 3 plus 4 plus 5, it will give me 3 plus 4 plus 5. I'll say hello, how are you? I'll say print hello, how are you? And when I run it, it will give hello, how are you? So we have learned two things so far. We have used print without quotation, where Python is thinking and giving us the solution. And second, we used print with quotation. Okay. And when we use quotation, it is giving us the text as it is. Okay. Now, if you want to put some content which is only for us, okay, you do not want Python to execute, but it's like a notes for us. Okay, many times we write notes, right? Okay, so if you want to write notes just for you, you don't want Python to execute, you don't want Python to read. Okay, we do it using hash. Okay, if you put hash and whatever you put here, okay, this is a sample comment. Okay, this is called comment. Okay, comments are put in hash. Okay, comments are put in hash. Okay, and here I'm saying Python will evaluate. Okay, here Python will print as it is. Okay, these are called comments. Okay, what you put after hash are called comments, and these comments are only for us, not for machine, not for Python. Okay, this is not for Python. Okay, if you want to put some comment for yourself, see, when you write a program, you are not the only one who will read the or work with the program. Okay, you will have your colleagues, your friends, many people will use your program. So if you have used some logic, if you have done something in a particular way, others may not be able to know what you have done. So it is always important, always important to put some comment. Many a times you yourself, when you visit your program after 10 days, 1 month, 2 months, you will forget what you did, why you did, isn't it? You can forget what you did and why you did. So it is always better that we put comments, and comments are not for Python. These are for us. For us means human beings. Okay. So we write comments for us. Now, whatever you write after hash becomes a comment. Okay. So in line number one, we have said print, and after print we said hash. So until hash, okay, whatever we have written until hash, okay, is executed by Python. But what we do after hash is not executed by Python. Okay, and you can write the entire thing. Okay, this is sample comment. Okay, so the and because I have put hash in the beginning, okay, entire line, okay, has become commented. Entire line has become commented. Okay, entire line will be ignored by Python. Okay, so we have learned how many concepts so far. We have learned print without quotation. We have learned print with quotation. We have learned comment. Okay, comment when you give after some text, okay, in same line, or you put hash or comment in the beginning itself, right? So whatever you put is ignored. Everything clear so far? Okay, any questions so far here? Okay, because most of you are from non-programming background, right? Most of you have not done programming before, so we'll go a little slow in the beginning. Okay, we want you to get used to programming. Okay, see, only way to learn programming is by practice. You have to practice. There is no shortcut for learning programming. Okay, you can type in the message, okay, if you have any questions, or if you have understood or not. If you have understood, just say that yes, everything is clear so far. Okay, so I'll tell you, only way to learn programming is by practicing. It is very much like mathematics. When you see me typing, when you see me running, you'll feel, oh yes, it's so easy, right? But when you start typing, that's when you'll get doubt. Why it is like this? Why not like this? Can we do this? Can we do that? Okay, so you should try whatever you feel like try. Okay, it's a program. Okay, at max your program will not run, or your program will give you wrong answer. Nothing else will happen. Okay, so try different ways. Try different ways of programming. If you think, what happens if I give double quote, what happens if I do this, you do it and see. Okay, so you can see what is happening with your program. Okay, practice, practice, practice. Only then you will be able to get the concepts. Okay, okay. So let's talk about next concept now. Next concept is, okay, that when you're writing a Python program, every line, okay, every line should start from very beginning. Okay, if I say here print good, good evening, okay, it will work fine. Okay, but if I give a space here, even one space, if I give even one space, the program will not work. The program will not work. See, collab is already giving red. Red means error. Okay, and when you run this, you get error, indentation error. Okay, where to practice? Okay, I told you can practice on collab. You can, I'm typing message in YouTube. Okay. Okay. So practice. If you do not want to install any software, if you do not want to install any software, you can practice on googlecolab.com, collab.research.google.com. Or if you can install, let's say you have enough memory and space, you can install on your machine, okay, and you can practice. You can install PyCharm. First, you install PyCharm, and you can practice. Okay. So here, coming back to our example here, you see, I gave one single space before print. Okay. When you put a space before print, okay, it will give error. It will give error. So when you are writing Python program, you should not give even one little space, okay, in the beginning. Okay, you should not give any space in the beginning. Okay, you can give space later. Okay, and I'll also tell you later, okay, maybe after 2 3 class, I'll tell you when to give space. But for now, just remember that you cannot give any space. Okay, otherwise you will get indentation error, just like I got it here, right? So this is about indentation error. Okay, so we have seen print, we have seen comments, we have seen indentation so far. Okay, so see, we have to learn basic, isn't it? Now, before we learn more concept, what is a programming language? What do you think is a programming language? Programming language, okay, means the language of computers. We say human language, English, Telugu, right? Marathi, Hindi. These are our natural language or human language, right? If we have to communicate to each other, if I have to tell you something, I have to speak the language you know and I know, right? Now, I may not know Telugu, so I cannot speak in Telugu. Okay, I may know French, but you may not know French, so I cannot speak to you in French. So we have to find a language which both of us understands, isn't it? So the language is, say, English, which all of us here understands English. Okay, great. But now let's say, if you talk about machine, which language machine understands? Machine understands only binary language, which is 0 and 1, right? Machine understands only zeros and 1, correct? Machine understands only zeros and 1. So we had earlier programs, okay, which we were supposed to code in 1 and 0, okay, because machine will not learn our language, we have to learn machine language. So we learn machine language. Slowly people started developing English like language, right? C, C++, Java. These are some of the names that we know. Python, these are names we know. But there are many programs, okay, programming languages that were developed. Okay. Now what happens is, see, if let's say if I speak only French, okay, and let's say you guys don't know French, so what can we do? We can have an interpreter in between, isn't it? So let's say you speak only Telugu and I speak only French. Okay, I okay. So I know only French, and let's say you know only Telugu. How can we talk? How can we communicate? We need to have someone, okay, okay, called translator or interpreter, which knows both Telugu and French. Correct? So when I talk in French, that fellow will translate it into Telugu. And when you speak in Telugu, that fellow will translate it into French for me. Correct? So when we say Java, when we say C++, or when we say Python, these are nothing but your translator. These are nothing your translator. Okay, it takes English like commands, translates into machine level. Machine only understands zeros and one, power on, power off. Machine only knows power on, power off. Power on is 1, power of is 0. You can understand what is this language. So when we type in Java or C++, so these Java or C++, they are translator. They translate the command that we write in English into the machine level command. And then machine will execute, will perform the task and return back, okay, answer in, again, machine level only. So this translator will translate back into English for us. So when I say print good evening and when I execute, when we execute, the Python translator will convert into machine level. Machine will print it on the screen in machine level, and then that is again converted back into English for us. Okay. So your language, when you see Java, Python, C, C++, are translator. Now there are two types of translators in programming language. Two types of translator. One is called compiler and other is called interpreter. Compiler and interpreter. Okay. So I'll write it here. There are two types of translator in programming language. Okay. One is compiler and second is interpreter. Okay. What is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Compiler will take entire content, okay, and convert into machine level language. So here, let's say I have written 8 lines of program, right? So this entire 8 line of program will be converted into machine level, okay, and then the entire answer is converted back into English. So it's like this. Okay, so if I'm talking in French, okay, compiler will listen. Okay, I'll finish talking. I'll talk whatever, like half an hour, 15 minutes, I'll talk entire thing. Then entire thing is translated back to Telugu, right? In this case, into machine level language. Now, when we talk about interpreter, interpreter will translate line by line. Okay, so even though I've written 8 lines here, when I execute, it will translate one line and get the output. Second line, get the output. Third line, get the output. Okay, so for example, if I miss this, let's say I delete this quotation, there's an error here. Okay, now when I run this program, okay, so what do you get? Okay, it says there's an error here. So this compiler, and in this case of Python, the interpreter is catching the mistake. So that, oh, I think there's something wrong here. I'm not able to translate it into machine level. Okay, so interpreter in case of Python. So Python is called interpreter language. That's how we call Python interpreter language. Okay, and your Java, C, C++, these are all compilers. Okay, they translate entire code into machine level, but interpreter will translate only one line at a time, and they catch the mistake. Okay, and this error is called syntax error. You see, it's called syntax error. Syntax error means your grammar. See, in English or in our natural language, we say grammar, isn't it? Grammar means when I'm saying I am, I have to say going. I cannot say I am go, right? I am going. I am go is wrong. I am going, right? That's a grammar. So in programming language, we call it as syntax. Syntax is like grammar. So you have to behave, you have to work as they say. Okay, so syntax is the rule says that when you have print quotation, same quotation you have to end with. I cannot start with double and end with single. I can't start with single, end with double. So see here, line number 2 and 3, I'm starting with single quote and I'm ending with single quote. Third also I'm starting with single quote, ending with single quote. But line number 6, I'm starting with double quote. So I have to end with double quote only. Okay, I cannot end with single quote. I've started with double quote, so I have to end with double quotes only. Have to end with double quotes only. All right. So as we go along, right, we'll learn new concept, and I will stress upon new concepts. Okay. So we have learned print. We have learned hash, which is comment, and we have learned not to give indentation space. We have learned what is compiler, what is interpreter. We have learned that Java, C, C++ are compiler, and Python is an interpreter language. Okay, great. Next thing. Now we have something called as constants and variable. Okay, what does constants mean? Constant means value is not changed, isn't it? I cannot say, let's take a number 5 and assume it is 8. Can we say that? No. 5 is 5 only. How can I say take 5 and assume 8? No. 5 is 5, right? And of course, in your intermediate, you would have learned about many, um, constant, like you have pi. Pi is a constant, right? 3.14 something. Like um, 22 by 7, right? 22 by 7 is your constant value, pi value. Okay, so pi value or the constant value will never change its value. Whatever you assign, it will remain like that. But variables, okay, can change its value. Variables can change its value. So I'm going to write a variable. I'm going to write a variable x equal to 5. Okay, this is how we write in mathematics, isn't it? Okay, let's take a value x. Let the value of x be 5. Correct? So in line number 10, I have set x equal to 5. Okay, it means I'm saying I'm taking a variable x and the value of variable x is 5. Value of variable x is 5. Okay. In line number 11, I can change the value of x to 7. Perfectly fine. No problem at all. Okay. You can change the value of x to 7. Now I can change the value of x to 9.5. Of course, you can do that without any problem. Okay. You can change the value of x to 5, 7, 9.5. So x is a variable. Okay. That's why we call x is a variable which which can which can change its value. Okay, and x is called variable name. So we are not talking about variable name. Okay. Okay. Now you can add. Okay. Um, you can add number to variable name. What happened? Okay. So you can have number. Let me move this away. Okay. You can. Okay. So I can say x1 equal to 10. Okay. It's a valid variable name. But 1x, okay, it is wrong. Okay, number should not come before the text. Number should not come before the text. Okay, x1 equal to 10 is valid, 1x equal to 10 is invalid. Okay, so when you run it, you can actually see invalid syntax, syntax error. You cannot give number first. Okay, and you can give underscore to variable name. Underscore is the only special character. Okay, underscore is the only special character that can be given variable name. I can say first num equal to 50. Okay, and when I run it, okay, no error. And if you want to print, you can say print first num, first underscore num, right? First underscore num. You can say print first num, and when you run it, it will print the value of first num, which is 50. Correct? Print first num, okay, will print 50 for us. Okay, so you can print the variable. So when I say print variable, it will print the value. It will print the value. Okay, now I cannot say print first num in quotation, because when I say first num in quotation, it will print as it is. It's not going to print first num value, right? Because when we don't give in quotation, only then it is thinking, it is replacing, it is evaluating. Okay, but when you give in quotation, Python will not use its brain. Python will not use its brain. It will print as it is. Any questions so far? Okay, so we have learned many concepts today. Okay, so this is called variable names. You assign a value to it and you can keep changing, right? You can add 5, 10, 100, whatever. You can keep assigning value to this variable, and when you print it, it will print the value of the variable. Okay, now in print you can pass any number of what we call as parameters. That means I can say something like this. Okay, print. I want to first print a fixed text. Want to print first fixed text. So I'm saying first number value is. So I want to print as it is. First number value is. So when I say first number value is, it will print as it is. Correct? And after that, I'm going to say comma first num. Okay, so see, two parameters, two different set of values that we are printing in print have to be separated by a comma. Okay, so first is fixed value, first number value is, and then second I want the value of first num to be printed. So this is without quotation. Okay, so when you're giving multiple values, the value should be separated by comma. The value should be separated by comma. So when I run it, you get first number value is as it is, because we have given in quotation. So first number value is as it is, quotation, followed by first num, which is 50. Okay. So question is, what if you use double quote? Answer is nothing, no problem. You can give double quote here, okay? But if you're giving double quote here, you have to give double quote here also. Whatever you begin with, same thing you have to end with. So if I'm giving double quote here, I have to give double quote in the end also. Whatever quote you are giving in the beginning, same quote you have to give in the end also. Okay, this will work fine. Okay, one more request, everyone. One more request. When I am doing the session, right, it is only 1 hour session, correct? 1 hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes we'll do. So when I'm doing the session, please do not practice. Okay, please watch. Do not practice, do not make notes. Just listen and watch. Okay, I don't want you to change your divert your attention. Okay, your video will be given, whatever I'm typing, all the programs will be given to you. Please practice after the class is done. Okay, so before tomorrow's class you practice today's thing, whatever we do today you practice before tomorrow's class. So by night you'll get the links. Okay, okay, next day, tomorrow, before the class, anytime you practice once, watch the video and practice. Okay, because when I'm typing here, okay, and I'm talking here, if you are doing something else you will miss some important thing. Okay, so for 1 hour 20 minutes just watch me, do not do anything else, just watch me, what I'm doing, how I'm doing. Okay, after I'm done, once you get the videos and the notes, you please practice, but not before. Okay, when I am writing, I want you to just simply watch me, do not do anything else, no notebook, everything, all the notes I'm going to give you. Okay, all the notes I'm giving you, important points I'm writing on the screen. Why? Because you will have them. Do not, okay, write anything, do not get notebook, do not to the program when I'm teaching. When I'm done, then you do, then you practice. Okay, yes, I want full attention to the computer screen. Please watch. If you have any questions, that you message me. Okay, you message me your question, but please do not type or do not talk to anybody. Okay, just watch. Okay, great. So we have done, okay, print, which has two values, right? One is your fixed set of values. Fixed set of values is first number value is text. So text is printed as it is. Okay, then second is the variable first num. So when I say first num value is comma first num, it is printing first num value is as it is, right? Because we have put this in the quotation. So as it is, first num is outside quotation. So value of first num is printed, which is 50. Okay, great. Okay, so this is how you can print the text and the value. Okay, next we'll move to next concept. Yes, you'll get the videos. Okay, videos will be given to you. Okay, so next concept is to know what are different data types in Python. Okay, what are different data types in Python? Okay, what is data type? Okay, data type means, as the name suggests, type of data. What kind of data are you storing? Is it text? Is it, number? Number, is it decimal, without decimal, right? These are different types of data. Okay, and we need to know different types of data, because based on that we can decide what operation we can perform. Okay, for example, you cannot multiply two text, correct? You cannot multiply hello and good morning, correct? but you can multiply 5 and 3. So if your data is number, then you can perform mathematical operation, plus, minus, into, division, all those things, square, square root, we can find out. But if your data is text, okay, then there are different set of operations that we can perform, right? Then we can perform different set of operations, right? Text has different properties, numbers have different properties. So Python needs to know what type of values or what type of data, right? What type of data, that means nothing but what type of values are you passing to the variable. Okay. So in Python, number is of two types. One is called int, that is nothing but integer. Okay. Non-decimal values. Okay. Minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, example 5, 10, minus, right, minus 78, 0, right, 56. These are examples of integer. So non-decimal values, okay, non-decimal values, we call them as integers. Integers will have both negative and positive values. Okay, will have both negative and positive values, and it ranges from minus infinity to plus infinity. This is called integer. Okay, so first type of number in Python is called integer. Then second type of number which in Python we have is called float, right? Float we write as float, and we say float, okay, values with decimal, right? Values with decimal. So example, okay, minus 5.5, 0.0, correct? 5.0, okay, 5.99999. These are all examples of float type. Okay, so number, we have here two types of numbers, integer and float. Okay, integer is values without decimal, and float is values with decimal. Okay, so when I say value 1 equal to 5, and when I say value 2 equal to 5.0, they are different. What is the type of value 1? Type of value 1 is integer. Okay, type of value 1 is integer. Okay, because it does not have decimal value. Then the type of value 2 is, okay, float, because it has a decimal value. So in Python you can print the data type, right, using type function. Okay, now we're talking about second type of function. Second function, we have discussed print so far, right? We know what print is, right? We know what print is. Print, okay, prints whatever you give inside. Now second function we are learning, second function is called type. Type will tell us the data type. Okay, type will tell us the data type. Okay, so here when I say value 1 equal to 5, you can print the data type of val1. Now you see here, val1 is a variable, and I want to know the type of value 1. I want to know the type of value 1. To know the type of value 1, I will say type of value 1. So type is second function, first function that I'm using, and I want to print the output. I want to print the output on the screen. So I'll say print here. So type is the inner function, print is the outer function, right? First innermost function is called. Okay, always first innermost function is called, then outermost function is called. So first you will know the type of value 1, and then we will print the type of value 1, which is in this case integer, right? Similarly, we can print the type of value 2. Let's see what happens. Now you run it and you will see the result. Okay, so see, the first type result is integer. Okay, this is integer, and this one is float. Value 2 is float. Okay, everything in Python is considered as class. What is the meaning of class? We'll do it later. Okay, it's an advanced concept. We'll do it. We will do it definitely. Okay, towards the end we will do it. So for now, just focus on integer and float. We'll discuss what class means. Any questions so far, everyone, especially those who are doing programming for the first time? Any questions? Those who are doing programming for the first time, any questions? Okay, please type in the chat if you have. Okay, so this is how we know the type of a data, okay, or a variable. Okay, now third type, okay, of number are called complex number. Okay, what is complex number? They are your square root of -1. I'm sure you guys must have done in your intermediate. Okay, okay, so you know these you guys have must have done complex numbers in your intermediate. Complex numbers is nothing but square root of -1. So what is square root of -25? Square root of -25, okay, is your 25 into -1 square root, correct? Okay, square root, which is 25. So 25 square root is 5 and I. Okay, is called 5i. Right? In mathematics, we write it as 5i. Okay, but in Python, we write it as j. Okay, iota I in Python is called or is written as j. Okay, so if I declare value 3 equal to 5j, okay, so if you print type of val 3, you will get complex. Okay, so see, you got complex here. Okay, so okay, third type of data type we have discussed is called complex. Third type of data type is called complex. Now we'll talk about the fourth type of data type. Okay, we'll talk about string. Fourth type of data type is called string or the text. Okay, so if I declare value 4 as hello, so when you say value 4 as hello, what does it mean? It means, okay, value 4 is holding text. Okay, text data in Python is called str or string. Okay, okay, it's called str or string. Okay, so now when I print the type of val 4, okay, you see, Sorry. So you see, you get string. Okay, string is text data. Okay, so when you put something in quotation, okay, it is called string. Later, we'll have a separate session. One full day, we'll talk only about string. Okay, one full day, we'll talk only about string. So we have seen four data types so far. We have seen integer, float, complex, and string, isn't it? Integer are non-decimal values, float are decimal values. Both range from minus infinity to plus infinity, right? Third is complex. Complex numbers also range from minus infinity to plus infinity, but with complex values. Okay. And the fourth type we have seen is called string. Okay. Now, string in Python, okay, is represented in quotation. So you can write as single quotation or double quotation. Okay. So remember, float, integer, complex, string, and the fifth type, data type is called bool or short form for boolean. Okay. Now boolean takes two values which are true and false. Okay. Boolean takes two values, true and false. Okay. So true is when answer is yes, correct? Or when the value is 1. Okay? It is 1, value is 1 or yes. False is when value is no or 0. Okay? Now here, though it is text, though TRUE is a text, but it is written without quotation. If you put it in quotation, it becomes string. If you put it in quotation, it becomes string. Okay. To keep it boolean, we do not put quotation. We do not put quotation. So, for example, if I say val 5 variable name equal to true. Okay. Now, when you do print type of val 1, sorry, val 5, isn't it? So, when you run it, you get boolean. Okay, so these are we call them as basic data types or data structure. Okay, which we have seen: int, float, complex, bool, and string. Okay, so these are your five basic data types that we have in Python. Tomorrow when we meet, we will talk about different operations that we can perform on them. Okay, before we go, let's write a program. Write a program to calculate area and perimeter of a rectangle. Okay, so how do we write area and perimeter of a rectangle? So to calculate that, we need two variables, isn't it? So I'm going to say length equal to 10. I'm assigning value length as 10. Then I'm going to say breadth as 12, right? Area equal to length into breadth. Okay, yes or no? Area equal to length and breadth. Now you say print rectangle with sides sides length with sides length and breadth, okay, is area. Rectangle with sides, length and breadth is area. So when I run it, what do I get? You see, rectangle with sides 10 and 12 is, okay, rectangle with sides 10 and 12 has area of. Now this looks better sentence, isn't it? Rectangle with sides, this is the exact text I want to print, okay? Rectangle with sides, I want to print exact text. So I said rectangle with sides, comma length, I want to print the value of the length, comma and I want to print the text as it is, comma breadth, that's the value that I want to print. Okay, so see the text which I want to print as it is in quotation, value which I want to print, we have to put value without quotation. So rectangle with sides in quotation, length without quotation, and in quotation, breadth without quotation, has area of text as it is. So in quotation, area, the value. Okay, so this is how you can print that. Okay, now we can print, similarly you can print perimeter, right? So I'm going to say perimeter equal to 2 times length plus breadth, isn't it? Now print rectangle sides has perimeter of perimeter. Okay, and when you run it, okay, see, rectangle with sides 10 and 12 has perimeter of 44. Okay, so this is how you calculate length and perimeter. Any questions? Any questions before we wrap up? Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of assignments. Please try to do these assignments exactly the way I have done here. Okay, area and perimeter of rectangle. So now I want you to calculate and display. Display should be exactly the way I have done. Okay, so calculate and display area and perimeter of a square. Calculate and display area and circumference of a circle. Okay, okay, so question number 1, question number 2. Okay, we'll end it here. Any questions before we wrap up? Okay, thank you so much for your time today. Okay, everyone, especially those who are doing programming for the first time, please practice. We have done a lot of concepts today. We did what is print. We did print without code. We did print with code. We did indentation. We used, okay, comments. We used we used type function, right? We discussed the indentation that we should not give space when we write a statement. Okay, then we discussed about variable name, variable, how to assign values. We assign values using equal to. When I said val1 equal to 5, val1 got value 5. So that is the assignment operator. We assigned value 5. Then we discussed about 5 basic data types: integer, float, boolean, string, and complex. Okay, and then we did this program. I want you to do similar thing for square as well as circle. Okay, so please calculate area and perimeter of a square and calculate and display area and circumference of a circle. That's the assignment for today. Okay, so we'll stop here. If you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, I want you to practice, guys. Please, please, please practice. And if you have any questions, please message me, or we can even discuss tomorrow. Okay, so okay, then thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow, same 5 o'clock. Okay, same time, 5 o'clock. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye, everyone. So do let me know how was the session. Pi value has to be given. Okay, please do let me know how was the session. Was it good? Speed was okay? Should I do faster, slower? Okay. Yep. Bye, everyone. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye. Yeah, especially most of you from uh, new to programming, right? Thank you. I'm ending the meeting now. Tomorrow, same time, 5 o'clock. Please let your friends also know. Okay. Please take maximum benefit from the session. Okay. Please try to take maximum benefit from the session.